because these are questions that were emailed to me either privately on Facebook or through email, we're actually not going to use names, except for one person that I told I was going to do this, because you all didn't know you're going to be on camera. So don't say her name, just say that. Casey. This is from Casey.
Casey.
Bethany Wilson here with Rough Start Rehab, Rescue, and Training. We are doing a name transition phase, probably for a year, but it's my dogger-sized dog training, which is what everybody knows me as. So this is my lovely assistant, Chris Davison, and this is the very first Q&A. My inbox fills up pretty bad where I can't get back to y'all fast enough. Sometimes it'll be weeks, maybe even a couple of months before I can get back to questions. So this is just it's a better way for me to communicate with you guys. Definitely check out our Facebook. You can private message me questions, or this will be posted on Tuesdays, and you can just put your question down there, and on our next Q&A, I'll make sure I include you. All right?
All right.
All right, let's get started.
Casey wrote in saying, I've been using kibble to potty train my new dog, 8 months old, to go outside. She's doing great, except she won't go in the backyard. My other dogs have never had this problem. She will only go on potty walks and will even hold it until I take her out. She can hold it all night, even in her crate, and will hold it for hours during the day, waiting to go into the front. I will even leave the back sliding door open, and she will play in the yard and still not potty back here. Okay, how do I break this habit?
Okay, so dog is crated at night. That's good. And dog is how old? 8
months old.
8 months old. Okay, so this is what you want to do. You know, you're using kibble. That's fine. She'll only go on the walk because that's what she's in the habit of doing. Dogs don't like to go where they lay, which is why crate training is so great. And a lot of dogs instinctually won't potty in the house if they're taught properly, or just instinctually, because that's where they hang out. Well, some dogs can actually get the idea that you don't potty in the backyard. It's part of the house. And then it could just be habit forming. So really simple, this is what I want you to do, is since the dog is already crate trained, can be in crate at night, that's great, it makes your job really easy. So what you're gonna do is, in the morning, first thing, you're gonna leash up the dog, and you're gonna take them into the backyard. And you have to leash the dog up. And the reason why is because dogs, especially puppies, get distracted. Of course, 8 months old, that's not really puppy, that's adolescent puppy, but still, they get really distracted. So if they linger on a smell, or if they see a bird or something like that, you're gonna be able to use the leash to continue walking in the backyard, to keep them moving, basically. And also be a treat. Don't be like, please go potty, please, 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 because it'll just be a distraction and they don't know what it means yet. So do that no more than 10-15 minutes. And what you do is, if the dog still doesn't go to the bathroom first thing in the morning, you put them back into their crate. You can crate them anywhere between 15, 20, 30 minutes, just depending on your time frame. And then you give them another chance. Leash them up, take them outside again. So you gotta create urgency. So that's why we only do like 10 minutes tops outside. No free time, no morning food, little bit of tough love, none of that good stuff until the dog is partied in the backyard. You can still use your kibble. Just make sure you're not using it as a distraction. Like if the dog knows you have food, it might just stare at you the whole time and not think about going to the bathroom. So anyway, dog still doesn't potty, back in crate. And you just keep doing that until the dog potties in the backyard. During the day is a little more difficult because if the dog has run of the house. So I don't mind in the beginning if you continue to have the dog potty on walks during the day, but definitely start that routine in the morning, and before you know it, it'll be easy for the dog to go outside in the afternoons and in the evenings, as well as the backyard. Just don't forget that leash. That's really important. A lot of people don't like to do that because it is a hassle. Leash the dog up to take him in your own yard, but otherwise he'll eat leaves, eat grass, and get distracted and not focus on the task at hand.
Don't forget to party.
And don't forget to party.
Party on.
All right, next.
Next question is from a private message from L.
Yeah, because y'all don't know.
It's all mysterious.
I know, y'all don't know that you're on camera.
L wrote, Hi Bethany, I live in Nevada and watched a ton of your videos. I wish I had lived closer to someone like you.
Me too.
Yeah. I have two, what? I have two what were supposed to be purebred Shih Tzu adolescents. They are 9 months this week and they are brothers.
Ooh,
I know.
Siblings are tough.
I now know I should have gotten another rescue like I had in the past, but let my children, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. I never knew adopting a litter mates was not a good idea. Long story
Now you
short,
know. Now anybody who watches this knows litter mates are really tough. Okay, go ahead.
long story short, we have bullying going on, and one of the puppies spends half his life hiding under the couch. My older daughter and I have gotten bitten numerous times already and are dying inside trying to decide what to do.
I bet.
They have an X pin in crates. I don't know what that is. We have X pin.
An X pin it's a pen. It's like a play pin.
Oh, it's a play pin.
How long have you?
Like a baby pin that you
Yeah.
put babies in and leave them alone. So
Continue.
Okay.
Continue.
I socialized them from the very beginning. They are now both yippy, anxious, and both can be aggressive. Even the one that isn't aggressive. Interesting. Am I fighting a losing?
No, I don't need any commentary.
I'm sorry.
No commentary.
Am I fighting a losing battle? He either growls and attacks and postures and gives his brother a look and then causes the brother to hide under the couch.
Okay.
I need to know where to start.
Okay. Oh my goodness. So aggressive issues are really tough to fix through email or just on a video or anything like that. And a lot of times I'll do personal vlogs for people, which is why I'm doing this instead, so lots of people can watch it and hopefully learn from it. This is definitely one of those situations where you might need like a Skype session, which I absolutely do. I don't really advertise for them, but I do them. So if this isn't enough for you, or if you're still really struggling, you got to get a local trainer or consider doing a Skype with me. Okay, with that being said, okay, so here's where you want to start. No, it is not hopeless. We were kind of joking around, but it's absolutely not hopeless. Even people who don't have two siblings growing up can absolutely, go through the same thing that you're going through, and you can handle this situation. First of all, these dogs are getting way too much freedom. I might have seen some photos of how adorable they were, and they might have been just chilling out on the furniture. If a dog goes after another dog, especially in the home, or goes after a human, there are no couch privileges. So this is what I would suggest, and this is going to sound really strict, but it's actually, in just a few weeks, it'll make your life so much easier. You'll feel like you have more free time. So if you're not watching those dogs, they are crated. If you're not working with them, if you're not walking them, they are crated. Now let me just put a little disclaimer. They do need to have the appropriate amount of exercise, just to stimulate them physically. You can't just crate a dog all day and not do anything with them. So with that being said, if you're not watching them, they're crated. Have them out one at a time, not together. The other dog does not feel safe. It doesn't feel like you're advocating for him, so he's lashing out. And then even the sweetest dogs in the world, when they get like underneath things, do you remember Loretta? Sweet little terrier. When she would get under the couch and you went and tried to get her and she bit you.
Yeah.
We were so shocked, but it's really not uncommon. That's a question I get a lot from dogs that are the sweetest dogs in the world, and they get under something really low and they lash out. So when it comes to that dog, the nervous dog, you got a handful of things to do. One, you got to start building confidence. You need to start watching my videos, working on place and down and come. Come is a really good one for connection and motivation and confidence building. And then target them to a specific spot, which is where the place command comes into play. That dog would be on a long line in the house all the time. And by long line, I just mean at least a 6-foot leash, but if you can go online and buy an even longer one, they would drag it around the house. That way, if you have that, big truck going by. If you have that situation where he gets under the couch, instead of having to reach in, which is always a bad idea, you can use the leash to pull him out. And then as you're working on a really strong come with food, absolutely use food, because you're really trying to build motivation here. We're not trying to squash it like we're going to with the other dog. We're trying to build motivation and confidence here. He'll get in the habit of coming out for food. Another thing is, if they are accidentally out together, which they shouldn't be without being supervised until you get this under control, you can always put the dog away, let the dog chill out under the couch for a while, notice that the other dog isn't out, then try food, something like that. Don't reach in for that dog. There are some other things you can try, but I'm afraid to even say them on camera, but something to shoo him out without using a hand. Because when you reach in there and that dog goes after you, I mean, you're really losing trust. And then another thing, so there's the confidence building, the long line in the house. The other thing is you got to advocate for that dog. By doing that, you're going to build confidence with your dog in you, if that makes sense. So obviously, the obvious way to advocate for the dog is not let the other dog, the other brother, pick on him. But you can do more than that. Don't wait until something bad happens. Be preventative. So as soon as you see the posturing, you've got to intervene immediately. I mean, immediately. Don't wait till the dog goes underneath the bed. You've got to intervene immediately and handle that other dog. Okay, so that's kind of the obvious way to advocate for him. The other way, Lola, untrained puppy. We'll talk about later. The other way to do that is just to do little things like feed the shy brother first. Like let the other dog be in place. Sitting maybe with your girl if she's old enough, if your child, he can be on leash waiting, and then the other dog can eat first. The other dog can go out of thresholds with you while the other brother waits. I mean, there's so many little ways you can build confidence and advocate for that other dog. But the biggest thing is just the confidence building, the long line, because anytime a dog is allowed to hide, it actually nurtures their fear. If they're allowed to be, a recluse, that's why he's lashing out, because it's nurturing his fear. It's like giving him a bunch of treats for being fearful. So that's where you want to start with him. Okay, so let's talk about the problem child. The problem child, you can help in a lot of ways. I would also have a shorter leash on him, like a 6-foot leash. Oh, let's see if I can show this here. I would have a 6-foot leash on that dog. And obviously no couch privileges. I would be so structured with that dog. If you're not in place, if you're not working on obedience and out for the structured walk, you're in crate. That would be one of the most important things for him. Now, if he does growl, if he does posture, if you can grab the leash, you can just give him a pop. Just a little pop of the leash with a verbal no. Simple as that. Strong and firm and quick. It's a correction. But the only thing is, you can't just correct a dog. You have to read. Our border collie, his ball is far away from him, and he's actually crawling towards the ball.
It's like I'm still down.
Stay, buddy. So you've got the correction aspect of it, and then you redirect. You pay attention. You redirect right away. So that's where the place comes in, or down, or even just a sit. If you're not even that far yet, it's just no, sit, and redirect right away. And when I do that, that's just a hand motion. That does not mean I have food. We're not using food with this dog. We're trying to de-escalate and calm rather than amp up. Okay, so there's that. Another thing you can do, really simple, is get a pet corrector. The only problem with pet correctors is, since the other dog's nervous, it could very easily, think that it's also for him. But that's just kind of a chance that you can just try to take. 'Cause pet correctors are great. It's a squirt of air. It's like what you use to clean your keyboard with, except it's more compressed, so it comes out in a psh, psh, and it's like a little bit of air that you aim for, like their chest and shoulder area. You can have it there on your coffee table. Have one dog here, one dog here. If don't wait till there's a fight. I mean, just when the other dog starts to posture, it's just a no, and then down, and then reset in his down or in his place, whatever you have. But yeah, that would be my biggest thing, is work with them more separately. They shouldn't be together all the time, because he feels like he's in charge of the other dog. Oh, let me look at my notes. Make sure that I don't have any notes. I don't need notes. Who cares?
By the seat of your pants.
I don't need notes.
Oh.
I'm just trying to make sure, those are just the beginning steps. One other thing I will mention is I have a couple of calming videos. One has to do with place, one has to do with crate. You need to do those with both of the dogs. If they need motivation, you can use their kibble, but especially with the one that's the aggressor, I would use as little food as possible, stay as calm and cool as you can, and then for more motivation to amp up the other dog's confidence, definitely use food. Try to stick with their kibble though, not treats. Moving on, that was a long one. And that's just the beginning. To be perfectly honest, that is just the beginning. And that's a lot. So start with those things and definitely let me know how it goes, and I can give you other steps And if things aren't working, let me know.
Next is
this one you can say the name.
Oh, I can say the name.
Well, it's just a first name.
Oh, it's Terry. Terry, this is yours. It's your question.
Come on.
I recently discovered your videos online and loved them. We recently purchased a toy fox terrier Yorkie mix who is 8 weeks old. Unfortunately, I didn't find your videos prior to bringing the puppy home, and I wish I had. My biggest trouble area right now is crate training.
Okay.
I didn't probably introduce Penny to her crate on day one. I did put her food in there and didn't do much else until I placed her in at bedtime. I still keep her food in there, and I started this morning after watching your video having her go in her crate for a treat. This kind of works. She's small. Wait, she is so small that when I put her treat in the far back of the cage, she can reach it from the outside.
The crate is so small.
Gotcha. Okay.
And that's
so
fine.
She goes.
They just need enough room to get up, stand up, turn around, stretch. That's all.
So she goes most of the way in for the treat, but she does go in.
Okay.
Last night was her 4th night with us and in the crate. I'm happy to say she only whined a little in the beginning, but no noise till morning. So she went from 10:30 p.m. to 6:40 a.m. The next day. She did pee in the crate, but her behavior was better.
Oh no! No peeing in the crate. That's bad. Okay. So what was the time frame again?
It was 10:30 p.m. to 6:45 a.m.
Okay, so that's 10. Let's just say 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30. That's 4 hours. How old is the puppy?
8 weeks.
Like the sun is bothering me. 8 weeks old. It's starting to set. I'm gonna scoot back. Okay, so what did I just say? Sorry, I'm a finger counter. 11:30, 12:30, 1:32. Okay, so 2:33 in the morning for the next few days. You've got to get up and start taking that dog out to pee. That is such a bad habit. They can actually learn, even though it goes against their instincts, to pee where they lay. So an 8-week-old puppy, 4-5 hours, you got to get up calmly, take them out to pee, back in crate, go back to bed till the morning. But literally after just a few days of doing that, you can probably go up another 30 minutes, like if there's no accidents. So 4 hours later, take them out to pee. 3 days of that, no accidents before the 4-hour mark. Increase it by a half hour. Within a week, I think that, within a week you can be to almost the 8-hour mark. Okay, so that's the first thing. It's an 8-week-old puppy. They can't hold their pee very long, especially small dogs. They're notorious for being difficult to train potty-wise. We ran into that with our little dog. Okay, so there's that aspect of it. As far as the whining in the crate, make sure that the dog is never bolting out of the crate. Even if it has to pee really bad, if you just let the dog out, he's more likely to tinkle because he's so excited. So what you're gonna wanna do is, I do have a video on this, it's called Calm Crate Training. It does use an older puppy, but still, it'll work for you. So what you're gonna wanna do is use spatial pressure. So we use spatial pressure a lot with training dogs, and especially training puppies, because you don't really use any punishment with puppies in the traditional sense because they're puppies. So you can use spatial pressure, which is just moving back and forward. How you do that with a crate is puppy starts to come out, you just open it like that much, puppy starts to come out, boom, slam crate that couple of inches. Not on his face, but when he starts to move forward, boom, you shut that crate, that's spatial pressure. Spatial pressure. And then the puppy goes, whoa, okay. And then you open the door and they don't come out. You have to coax them out, so you have to teach them to come out on cue. It helps them be calmer in the crate. You want to pattern that over and over. So 2 videos I want you to look at. One is just crate training calm for dogs, for puppies. It's in the puppy section and in the regular section. And then the other one is how to calm your dog down, phase 1 and phase 2. And you can also restrict water a couple of hours before bedtime. Very important for puppies. Obviously, you can't get them super riled up where they need water. You can give them a piece of ice or something if you think they need it, but you got to restrict water. All right, go. Second part of question.
All right. I'm also putting her in a crate a couple times a day, 30 to 45 minutes a day. When I'm home, she goes crazy. She does calm down, but it takes a while. I've also sectioned off a space in my house to confine her. I don't know what I just said. Confine her while I'm home, and she still goes crazy. Anytime I try to confine her during the day when I'm home, she barks quite a bit.
It's his first day speaking, so don't mind him.
How do I train her to love her cage, as shown on every YouTube video I've watched on dog training? The dogs I watch.
Sorry, we only train perfect dogs. That way you have no idea what you're doing.
That's right.
No, seriously, watch the video that I mentioned on the calm crate dog, because she's not perfect.
The dogs I watch go in and out calmly. I fear I've messed up big time. As I'm typing, she is calmly napping on my couch. She does that very well.
Yeah, I bet.
I love your videos. They're very helpful. I wish I lived in California, but Ohio is the way far away and bring Penny. I don't have my glasses. I'm sorry.
You know, you're demoted.
I don't know. I think
You're demoted.
Where does she live?
Ohio is way too far away to bring her for dog training.
You don't want to live in California. Taxes here are ridiculous.
I love California.
I love California too, but
taxes are bad.
crazy.
Okay.
Right.
Anyway. Anyway, and stay right there. You're blocking the sun for me.
Okay.
So don't move. Okay. So everything I said before. All right. Do that. I would look at how much couch time she's getting and how much I love you cuddle time she's getting, because if she's not getting a balance of structure, crate, learning, and then cuddle time and couch time, it'll actually stress her out more to be alone, which can lead to separation anxiety, and it can lead to a lot of the tiny minor issues you're having, which are normal, by the way, but they can exacerbate into huge issues if you don't find that balance. So whenever people get puppies, pretty much everybody, myself included, we have to take a step back from the affection and the couch and all that stuff, and just teach them their boundaries first. And when they're really succeeding at that, then they get those privileges more and more. All right, so as far as the barking goes, she shouldn't be able to see you. It's really hard for puppies. It's a really tough thing. So what I would do is I would put her in her crate. I would cover her crate with a thick blanket, so it doesn't show shadows on the outside of it, or a couple of sheets, so there's no shadows. Also, make sure it's not a really nice one, because sometimes puppies will you'll bring them in and chew on them. So it can't be a nice one, because then you'll be. So then, you can cover the crate. So put them in an area where there's not a lot of action, like she won't be able to hear you walking back and forth. But even if it's like an apartment and there's only a couple of rooms, if there's no cover on the crate, they'll watch the bottom of the door and look for shadows. So that's why you want to cover the crate. And then also you want to play music, not really, really low music, like music at a speaking level. So it'll drown out some of the outside triggers that he can be sleeping, the puppy's sleeping. Oh yes, the puppy's sleeping. And then all of a sudden is, shocked awake. So by a noise. So you want to just kind of play talk radio or something like that to block out the sounds of you throughout the house. That's really important, because here's the thing: 8-week-old puppy, right? This is the puppy. Yeah, puppy 8 weeks old. Okay, so this dog should be sleeping, even though it's a terrier, it should be sleeping 18-20 hours a day. So what happens if a dog if a baby is awake too much? They get cranky, they get whiny, they don't bite. Well, they do eventually. Toddlers bite, but
I bite.
You bite, you still bite.
Still
You're
bite.
such a child. Okay, so what you have to do is make sure that they're getting their quiet time, and if it's light outside, if there's people moving, if there's sounds, they can't go to sleep. So keep that in mind. Puppies get cranky just like kids do. So you got to give them that seclusion, and you can't be around. Two separate things. Oh yeah, and you can still do the treats for fun with the crate, but not when you're about to leave her in there for 2, 3, 4 hours. Just do the crate as a command, like sit or down. Crate down. Oh yeah. Crate down, good treat. Crate down, good treat. Okay, come on out. Come. And you can make it fun and make it part of your teaching command routine, but that's just to keep it light and fun, and so it's not just a place of confinement. So it actually becomes a command. That's really important. But with an 8-week-old puppy, you can't do that right away. So that's just something progressively that you want to continue to work on. Cover crate, blah, blah, blah. I'm good to go. I hope that was enough for you. Definitely let me know how it goes, and not everything's gonna work perfectly. There's actually other things you can do too, but I think that's plenty to try at first. All right,
on to the next one.
I think this is it. is very lengthy.
Actually,
I'm long-winded.
That's not it. We got another. Oh yeah, I think I don't know if it is or not. All right, we'll keep going.
Keep going. All right, so this one this is Anna.
Oh, you already said the name.
It's because you were demoted.
I'm supposed to. Anna.
The first show and he's already demoted.
I think I need a raise. Happy New Year, Bethany. I have a few questions for you regarding my little one. As we already know, the cops are coming. That was the ambulance. Never mind, we're good.
We're not permitted. We're not permitted.
As we already know, he isn't the most confident of dogs, but I do make him do exercises that you've shown me to strengthen his esteem.
Previous client from a couple years ago.
Your input on my last inquiry about his peeing in my parents' house was great. I was able to stop him from doing it. Yay. I have a new problem. I like to bounce off of you. I gotta wear my glasses next time.
Yeah.
I'm really bad at this. I have a new problem. I like to bounce off of you to see what would be best for him. I have a new boyfriend. Oh,
No.
all right. Since November, that interacts with me and Lenny all the time. When he kisses me for an extended period of time, Lenny starts growling and barking and jumping up on my leg.
This is really common problem.
I do the same thing when someone tries to kiss her, so it's kind of interesting. I've responded by saying a strong no and making him get down when his front paws are on me, and then I purposefully kiss my boyfriend again, and we go round and round.
That's smart.
Is there something else I can do to redirect him?
Yes.
Sorry, the awkward boyfriend kissing scenario explanation.
No. It's fine because that's actually really common. I mean, that's really common. We just had a case like that you helped me with a few weeks ago. Okay, so all the leaves are falling off the trees. Look at the dogs.
Yeah.
Down. Lay down, bud. No, down. Not. He thinks I meant come here and then lay down. Now he's sad. Okay, so this is what you're gonna do. First of all, if I remember correctly, Lenny was, you walked him on a harness. All right, so this is a Mendota slip leash. You can get them on Amazon, Mendota.
Amazon, Amazon. Sorry.
This is the thinnest one they make. So I think it's 3/4 of an inch. Don't get the incher for Lenny; it'd be too big. So, or you can just take your regular nylon leash and use the loop, pull it through, put that around his neck, and you've got your leash. So this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna set up the scenario just like before, except I know that he knows the go to your bed command, the place command. So you're gonna put him in place down by your feet. You're gonna be holding the leash. You can be sitting on the edge of the couch or standing with your boyfriend. You go to kiss him. Lenny, no, we're not demonstrating.
Can't ever get any action, I swear. Sorry.
Stop that. All right, so you got the doggy. When he jumps up, he's a little dog, so you're gonna have to actually bend down and correct him down and to the side. And because he's so small, you have to actually bend down to do it. So, because we want to counteract the jumping up. So he jumps up, and then he gets corrected down and to the side. And I can't be a tight leash. I'm not talking about pulling him off of you. I'm talking about loose leash, and then just a firm, quick little pop down and to the side. Then dog goes down, and because he hasn't been on a slip leash before, he'll probably be like, oh, what was that?
And then his butt will probably pop up.
Yeah, his butt will pop up, and then you redirect him to back to the mat, back to the place command, just like you guys have practiced before. So that's your redirect. So it's a correction and then a redirect, and the firm no, of course, when you do it. And practice this slowly. Spit everywhere. Practice this slowly, and what I mean by slowly is I mean like little kisses, or even just lean into each other. You don't have to make out. So practice it slowly. Also, I want you to do like an exercise. Make him do place or go to your mat duration, which longer periods of time at a distance. So I want you to build up to this because I know he can't do it yet. But I want him to be across the room laying down in his bed while you guys are on the couch. He doesn't need to be next to you or at your feet. You have to start at your feet. But I want you to build to him being away. This will also help with his self-esteem issues big time. Even do it when your boyfriend's not there. really important to do it because the boyfriend's a distraction and he's waiting for something, to happen so he can get involved. So even do it without the boyfriend there. The other option you can do, if people aren't crazy, about the correction, or they're not comfortable with it, or whatever the case may be, just do the pet corrector. I mentioned it earlier. It squirts air. You can get them on Amazon. Just type in pet convincer or pet corrector, and it'll pop up, and you just have it in your hand. You still want to have the leash and have it in your hand, and when he jumps up, or if he barks, or even if he whines, no, bend down, and stand back up, and then reset him, because he'll probably pop up. You want to have the leash because it could really startle him and he might take off, and I don't want that either. I want him to stay in the area because you've put him in a command, you've put him in place, or go to your bed, or whatever word you use. So try those things, let me know how it goes, and we'll go from there.
Awesome. Oh, I'm getting up.
No, wait.
I'm not getting up. I thought we were done. You said we're done.
We're not done. We have to finish it off and say goodbye.
I thought that's what we did.
No.
Oh.
No, it's got to be professional. This is our first one, but I want it to be really
Like
good.
the old school Beverly Hillbillies. Y'all come back now, you hear?
No.
Y'all come back
now.
Okay.
No, you can leave, actually. It's fine. I'll do the closing myself.
I can do things too.
Okay, so this is Bethany Wilson, Rough Start Rehab, Rescue and Training by Dogger-Sized Dog Training. If you have any questions, the link for my Facebook is going to be down below in the information. Click on that link, send me a private message, or just post your question under this video, which is going to come up on Tuesday. And and we'll go from there. So if you do have a really pressing question, if I can get back to you right away, I absolutely will. Otherwise, definitely look for them here. If I don't choose your question, it's probably because your question was so similar to another question. So please don't hate me. You can always send it to me again if you feel like I didn't address your question properly. Also, if I misunderstood anything that you said, just let me know. Not a big deal. Just let me know. Also, this is our first one ever. So if it's really bad, I guess you can also let me know that too.
And she'll blame me.
No, I won't blame you.
Will.
I did most of the talking. I won't blame you.
That's true. You did do most of the talking.
But I mean, if it's bad, if you hate this, then tell me. I'll be sad, but it will help me grow as a human being.
Or if you think I deserve a raise, you can
you don't
say
get
that
paid
in the
anything at all.
Or you think if I should be fired,
I'm
they
gonna
can
show
put
the
that in
dogs.
there too.
We should show the dogs a little bit. They've been so good.
Show the
Oh,
dogs.
one more thing for my Rough Start Rehab, Rescue, and Training. You saw little Miss Lola. Lola, come here. Lola's not trained, but she will be. Yes, she will. She needs a new home. And she's adorable, 5-year-old. I'm gonna have information. She needs her teeth cleaned. I'm gonna have information about her on my page. She comes, I'll do a whole video especially on her, but if you would like to adopt a dog that really needs some loving care, loving home, she's good with dogs, good with people, great little thing to have around. The only negative thing about her is she's diabetic. So she's got to have shots twice a day. The family is offered to pay for several months in the beginning, but then eventually, you have to be responsible for her. So, as my Rough Start Rehab, Rescue, and Training, she is like my first official one. So that's why we're doing the slow name change, is because I want to help rescue doggies. So she needs some training, but other than that, she's like the easiest dog ever. All right, so if you're the least bit interested in her, you can also let me know about that too. You do need to be in the state of California, Southern California, just somewhere in the vicinity where we could get to you. We're not gonna ship her out anywhere. All right, guys, say bye.
Bye. Bye.